Hi, Capricorn. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn. If you have Capricorn anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, I do want to thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes, and really your comments. I think that the comment section is a wonderful place to put out good positive energy, good positive karma. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn, who to help a Capricorn than a fellow Capricorn? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Capricorn. There we go. Perfect. Wow, you have some really interesting cards coming up for you. I see that star card right there. Wonderful, wonderful cards. The Hangman, introspection, the Page, learning, a student of life, and the foundation. The basis of this reading is the Ace of Swords. Knowledge is power. You will be learning something new or coming into some new information that is really going to be empowering for you. And it's driven by the Ace of Wands. I love this two aces right here for the foundation, the basis of your reading. That is confirming there is an additional gift coming in for you. This last few readings that we've had for you, Capricorn, have just been wonderful. Wonderful in the area of love, but now I see that there's a gift of knowledge, of information, of learning something new. You are learning something new or gaining new insight that is providing you the strength and the courage that you need. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your cards here, Capricorn. And we start off with this wonderful Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is the end of a difficult situation, the end of putting in work, putting in time, putting in effort. Perhaps I'm getting the feeling that you have at your place of employment, at your company, at your business, in your school life, with those that you are working with in the public, that you have been putting in more work than what is your fair share. You've been putting in more work, more time than what you are being compensated for. And I see there's a shift, there's a change where you're finding that balance between taking care of yourself and taking care of others, a balance between work and home life. And this new balance is really helping you achieve the balance, the insight that you have been seeking. And I love that we have the Star card and the Hangman card right here together. And the Star really speaks about a gift. And I believe this is a gift that you are giving to yourself. And this gift is coming from a deep place of knowing, a deep place of introspection. And I see as you're finding that balance, and it's almost like, just you're working smarter and not harder. If anything, you're working less and receiving more benefit, more compensation. I see an opportunity is coming your way. You may need to search. You may need to really look within to find the right words to get others on board with this idea. You're seeing an opportunity where other people are not seeing an opportunity. And I think it is going to be up to you to find the right words to get everyone on board to take advantage of this opportunity with you. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is the student, which is learning, which is seeking higher knowledge. There was something that you've turned your back on, something that you didn't want to see. And this something that you have turned your back on, that you didn't want to see, involves really intense feelings, really intense emotions. And so I think that those feelings, those thoughts, those emotions have always been kind of right there in the background, but you've chose not to look at those, you've chose not to see them. But we have this, it's followed by the Two of Cups and also the Four of Wands, and it's letting us know that someone, a new relationship, a new coupleship, a new very deep and meaningful friendship has come into your life. And I don't know if this is, it looks like marriage, it looks like this person was just what you needed to come into your life to break free of denying yourself the spiritual, the emotional fulfillment that you had turned your back on. And this is a new experience for you. And new experiences, even though it is something that we want, something that we have asked the universe to bring into us, it can be uncomfortable and it can be awkward. But stick with it, Capricorn. I know last year in the Capricorn readings, we were really all about work, all about business, all about generating wealth. But this year, we've taken a shift. And this year, we're taking a shift into our home life, into our personal life, into our family life, and really looking for that fulfillment. And I love that that fulfillment, that is backed up by knowledge. And this knowledge is giving you the strength to face everything very courageously here for you, Capricorn. The only thing that I may suggest that we really do not turn a blind eye to is our ability to overgive and overhelp. When we overgive or when we overhelp, that is what causes frustration. And we all appreciate being the one that people go to, being the one that people rely on. But remember that that overgiving does not allow others to learn for themselves. And when we can take a step back and let those around us learn how to for themselves, that really does help everyone stay on task. And then we have the Page of Swords. And again, there's been some overgiving. And because the overgiving and overhelping has caused someone to really take advantage, almost to the point where they feel now, since you've helped them so much, since you've done so much for them, that it is owed to them, that you owe that to them. They've almost are wanting to just take what is not rightfully theirs because of the overgiving, because of the overhelping. But I see you recognizing this and wanting to change that page and wanting to make a fresh start and wanting to shift how this relationship has been going. And I see you reaching an agreement with this person. And by reaching an agreement with this person, by reaching an understanding with this person, you take your seat on the throne. I love that for you, Capricorn. You know, overgiving and oversharing often comes from a place of not being able to receive. Something in us has taught us not to be able to receive or to accept. And learning a new skill, again, can be awkward at first. Maybe we can practice by learning how to accept compliments at face value with just a simple thank you. Oh, you know what? And that's the message that I have for you, Capricorn. But before I forget, let's not forget these ESP cards real quick. This isn't how we usually do it, but let's just do a quick shuffle. If this is your first time tuning in, what we have been working on is connecting with our intuitive self, connecting with our intuitive side. So we have these basic cards in basic shapes, and what I've been doing is I've just been doing a quick little shuffle and drawing one of these cards, and I have a card in mind, and I'm sending that image to you. And if you believe you know what that image is, please do write that in the comment section. Or if not, it's not about perfection. It's about practice. And did you select the cross, the T, or the X? If so, I'm so glad that we were able to make that connection. If not, we can always try again next week. Again, it's not about perfection. It's about the practice. And it's about the practicing of learning how and where to connect with our intuition. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Capricorn. Thank you, Capricorn. You have a blessed week.